Hi lovelies! Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today we are going to stuff my husband's third paycheck for the month. So stinking excited. Twice a year he gets 3 paychecks, yay! And this is one of them, which means we get to do a little bit different. It still all has to be stuffed into, for the most part, it is our cash funds. And then a little bit extra gets stuffed into sinking funds because there are some things that, well, we don't have to stuff now because his check covered it on the first 2 paychecks. So excited. So let's get started. The first thing I like to stuff with his are all of our cash funds. His paycheck really is about day-to-day expenses. He really doesn't pay any of the bills, but it is those day-to-day things. So the first thing we're going to put money into is fast food. Now, yes, I know, probably shame on us, we do fast food, but it's something that we enjoy once a week, maybe twice, depending on what's going on in life. This also can maybe be a restaurant on top of it, but this is our McDonald's, our Zaxby's, our Wendy's, our Hardee's sometimes. Sometimes it's Chinese. It just depends on what we want. But if we're going to spend it, I truly believe we need to budget for it. Now, inflation and the prices of things. I don't care where we go, nothing is cheap. So typically I would have put $200 or $100 in here. However, I've upped that because I seem to be running out of money most of the time. So we're going to put 120 in this week and see how we do. That's 2 weeks worth of fast food. Not one, but that's 2 weeks worth of fast food. He gets paid every other week. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Now there are a couple itty bitty dollars in here, but I know that I've already spent this. Most of the time I try to pay cash. This envelope actually lives in my wallet. I try to pay cash most of the time when we get fast food, but there are a couple of times where I will unfortunately just swipe the card and then I have to pay the card back. So I know that those $6 is probably spent already, so we're just going to leave it in there, give us a little cushion if it isn't spent, but that's my fast food. Gas. I did used to only put money in for gas for my car. And then I realized I didn't budget anywhere for gas for my husband. So I've started to budget gas for my husband and my car. So that's $100 that we're going to put into here. My husband's truck is a gas guzzler. It takes roughly $60, $70, sometimes $80, depending on the price of gas, every 2 weeks to fill his truck. So that's $80 there plus $20 for mine, and mine really doesn't go anywhere anymore. So that should be more than enough money for us for gas. As you can tell, we still had $50 left over. Yay! So now we have $150 for gas. I would much rather cushion this in case something with gas prices just goes up again. I know that I have that money. Up next are what did I do with my grocery envelope? There it is. Oh, out of order. All right, groceries. I have $300 set for groceries. It used to be $200, then it was $250, and now it's $300 because inflation. I feel like I keep talking about the same thing, but grocery prices are outrageous. There's $50 in here, which gives me $350. So we'll see how that goes, where we end up in 2 weeks when we do groceries again. Allowance. Our youngest is still at home. He gets a $10 allowance. You're like, that really isn't a lot, Rosa. I know it's not a lot, but he also doesn't do a lot. He also doesn't spend most of his money. He is 14, 15, so there's a lot of money in here. 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Sweet. So it's been stocking up for a while. When he wants or needs something, he just says, hey, Mom, and I say, hey, let's take it out of here, and he agrees. Up next are paper products. That's going to get a $20 bill. I learned to keep paper product money, and we'll get to it in a minute, toiletry money separate from my groceries. My husband used to ask me, hey Rosa, how much did you spend in groceries? And I went to the store and let's say I spent $200. He's like, no, how much of that is groceries only? And I was like, I don't know. So now I've started to separate the two so that I can always tell him how much we spend in groceries, and then paper products are separate and so are toiletries. So plus our 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. I had to up this. Paper products are like paper towels, toilet paper. We get bottled water, laundry detergent as well. So all of those prices have gone up. So I've started to add a little bit extra. I know when I get around $80. It's time to start looking around the house and see what I need to go get. Pet, we have a little Chihuahua Dachshund mix. She is absolutely adorable. She doesn't eat a lot of dog food, but my husband absolutely adores and loves the birds outside. Now, I can tell that I have not bought either dog food, dog treats, or bird food lately because there's way too much money in here. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83. We're going to need to start to spend some of this, so I need to look around and see who hasn't gotten stuff recently. Up next, cash for me. I spend about $20, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. I try to save it up. So when girlfriend calls and says, hey, do you want to come over tonight? I have a little bit of spending cash, or sometimes we go out for lunch. So this is my just random spending cash. Thursdays has become my cheat day, where I go get a frozen Dunkin' and it comes out of my cash, not somewhere else, because that's my special treat. So 20, 40, 41, 42, $43 in here. Up next is the RV. This is the only bill my husband actually comes out of his check. When we bought the RV, we agreed that it would come out of his, so it's $100 every 2 weeks, $200 a month, and there should be $100 in here plus another $100, which tells me time to go pay the RV. Yay! Love paying that down. We are on a debt-free journey. This is the first thing to go away. We actually are about 3 years ahead on a 10-year loan right now, so I'm excited. Cannot wait for this payment to go away. Toiletries is up next. Like I said earlier, I keep this separate from my grocery money so that I know when I need to go out and buy soap for somebody, or deodorant, or toothpaste, I know that I have that money set to the side. So $10, $20, $25, $30. And then my electric bill fluctuates. Sometimes it's extra high, sometimes it's extra low. When it's extra low, I try to stuff a little bit of extra here, so when it's extra high, I only budget $250 a month for my electric. When it comes in lower, I'm excited. We stuff that money into sinking funds or savings challenges, and then a little bit comes into here. So right now I've got $115 sitting inside of my extra bill money in case my electric bill comes in a little too high. All right, so we're going to set, those are all of our cash funds. Now we're going to get to our sinking funds. You'll notice I used no trackers inside of my cash funds. I just don't. Maybe I should, I just don't, especially fast food. I just put that in my wallet, spend it as I need, and then move on from there and don't worry about it. So there are no trackers, so now it's time to get up with trackers. The first one we're going to put money into is debt pay down. Like I said, we are on a debt-free journey. So there was $200 in with the RV. I am going to add $35, $20, $30, $5 to what is already in here. Tracker's full, time for a new one. This is Cheap Rosa reusing bank statements or bank envelopes to get me what I need. So give me just a second. Debt down today. And we are going to add $35. We started with $446. Oh goodness, now I have to do some real adding. And that's 11,478. So there should be $481 in here. So earlier I said I was going to go make a $200 payment on the RV. This $35 or this $481 will also go to pay down on the RV when I go in a little bit and bring us down. Yay! This is how we are getting ahead on being debt free. All right, 481, 10. So something I learned from one of the other budgeters out here was to count a little differently. I take the zeros off and count that way. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 42, 44, 46, 47, 48. That's 480 plus 1. That's 481. It worked. Yay! Love when it works. So we'll pay an extra $481 on the RV a little bit later today. Put this back. Up next is my emergency fund. So I have two emergency funds. One where we can pull from it if an emergency really does come up. For example, we've had one of the girls called and said, oh my gosh, Dad, someone came into her work. They stole some of the stuff out of the back from the employees. Have no idea what happened, but it was nice for us to be able to say, here's some money for you, sweet girl. So today we're only going to put $5 in here, which is going to give me 88.93. But really, I'm putting $10 altogether in emergency, and that is 5 for this envelope. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93. And this is that spendable emergency. And then I also have a savings challenge. See if I can figure out where that envelope is. Oh my, I have absolutely no idea where my savings challenge envelope is. Well, that is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Huh. I wonder if I put it someplace smart. Don't know where that smart was. So we will set this to the side with a little note that that needs to go into emergency in a little while. Up next is e-wedding, which is a problem because I have to have, so I have two kinds of envelopes. I have my paid for ink, but they were free. And then I have my I made by myself. And I have an envelope that I made that houses, well, I have absolutely no idea where it went, guys. Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to take a minute. I am going to push pause. I will be back and connect the two videos. I don't know what happened. I'll be back. All right. So sorry about that. For you, that was just, you know, an itty bitty second. For me, I had to actually go somewhere else, find my savings challenge envelope and bring it back. All right. So let's go back to emergency. So I have a lot of different savings challenges that I just kind of store up money for. And then when I get a lot in here, then I go stuff all my savings challenges. So one of them is an emergency savings challenge, which is the nickel challenge. So right now I've got 20, 25, 26, 27, $28 in here waiting and ready to be stuffed. So that's exciting. The goal is to save up an extra, I don't remember if it's $4,000 or $5,000, something like that. This is very slow going, very, very, very slow going, but we are making progress. The other one that I wanted to put money into was for my daughter is getting married. See if I can find the right envelope. Holiday home. All right, nickel challenge. We have a Christmas challenge. We have a home improvement challenge. We have a holiday challenge. There we go. E-wedding. She is getting married later this year, trying to save up some extra money. So I have $10 to stuff into what's already here, which gives me 50, 110, 120, 125, 130. So that's not bad. And then trying to save up roughly $5,000 for her wedding. Up next is new vehicle. So let's go find that. I recently, about a year ago, got a new car. I was in an accident and car wasn't totaled, but we went ahead and just bought myself a car. My husband, on the other hand, is in need of a new truck. So the thought is to start saving a little bit every month so that hopefully we can get him a new truck sooner than later and pay mostly cash for it. Today we're going to add $10 more, which should give me $267 in here. All right. So 10, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26. That's 260. 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266, 267. All right, that worked. Yay! So working on it. Again, no rush. We just recently got some things fixed on the truck. So this is just when the truck just finally gives in, we can go ahead and have a backup. I have a savings that my husband is highly aware of. The savings doesn't house a lot of money, but this is our spendable savings when something comes up. And this will eventually go to the bank. We're going to add 20. I try to put 20 of his check in here every time he gets paid. Sometimes a little extra comes in, sometimes just 20 comes in. It just depends on what's going on. 2, 4, 6, 65. Right. Up next is savings challenge. So I have just a generic savings challenge in which I put money in for whatever the next holiday is that's coming up. Right now that is Easter. So we're going to put an extra $5 in to the Easter bucket. And then I had stopped totally doing a 1 month ahead challenge. I need to change this out. Actually, I think I have some index cards right over. No, because I moved them into a really smart, I have no idea where they went spot. I need to change out the title of this index card. This is going to be my 1 month ahead, and that is going to get $40. I can't wait to show you what I'm doing for that savings challenge. I'm so stinking excited about it. I cannot wait to get it started. If you that are, all of a sudden I can't speak, that is all of my money that I needs to get stuff today. If you have any questions or comments, please stick them down below. Oh, I forgot to say this earlier. Please push subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Everyone, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.